So when I came at a very young age to India, I was a very innocent Frenchman. I'm still a very innocent Frenchman, but very ignorant also, very ignorant. But as I discovered your country, your great country, to which I owe everything, everything that I have learned in this life, I owe it to India. The spirituality, the greatness, the diversity of your country, the wonderful people, their tolerance, their gentleness, and of course, so much I owe to you, Namrita, and I owe to you, to your pranayama, to your teachings, to your love. Now, as a journalist, because I became a journalist, I also discovered that Indian history was not written as it happened. And I discovered it on the ground, especially reporting in Kashmir. I reported in Kashmir during the most difficult years between, say, 89 and 2000, where Kashmir was in immense turmoil. And I saw with my own eyes the Kashmiri Hindus chased out of their ancestral land for no other reason than their religion. And so these opened my eyes, and I started studying Indian history. And as I started studying in history, whether it was the so-called Alexander the Great, who invaded India and supposed to be so victorious, but actually he was wounded in India and he had to retreat. He died from the wounds that he suffered in India. He also had immense admiration for the yogis of India. He discovered long, long ago that there was a great, great wisdom in this country. Or Ashoka was supposed to have converted to Buddhism because of seeing the terrible bloodshed of Kalinga, but actually converted to Buddhism before that for political reason, but that's a long story. Or the independence movement, which has not been told as it happened, or the Aryan invasion that has divided, Hindi against Tamil, Brahmins against Dalits, the North against the South. So Indian history needed to be rewritten as much as possible as it happened. And there are a lot of records in India. And of course, with your support, because you have been supporting our Foundation Fact right from the beginning when they did the first Kashmiri Pandit exhibition in Habitat Center, and we opened it there, to all our exhibition on Aurangzeb, on Maharana Pratap, on Ahilyabai. Now I'm doing a series of exhibitions on the great heroines of India, Rani Kitur Chennamma, Tarabai, Jijabai, the mother of Shivaji Maharaj. So I have written a book that pushes back the dates, because the first British Indologist didn't believe that India could be so ancient, that that Indian civilization could predate the foundation that is in the Bible, the foundation of the world that is in the Bible. So we have pushed back the dates. We have shown that Indians have all the same genetic genome. That means that there is no white people that came from outside and imposed, the Vedic religion, that all Indians have the same genes. All Indians have the same genes. And also that this great, great country has suffered so much trauma, which has been wiped out from most history books. The trauma that Hindus have suffered throughout the centuries is enormous, probably the greatest genocide ever. So the glory of India, but also the trauma of India. So what has come out is a book that shows India as it was, as much as possible, and the greatness. And I'm so grateful to live in your country, Gurudev. I'm so grateful that India have accepted me, that maybe because of some past karma, I have come to your country and I've come at your feet, me, the simple Frenchman, who has become less simple now and less ignorant, I hope. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you. It's a great book and I'm very proud of it, and I'm very grateful to you for releasing it.
Yes. The book is on the screen now. Getting Guruji's Blessings. Book is an entirely new history of India by Francois Gautier, and it's available at garudabooks.com. Garuda was a publication house, started with Gurudev's blessings, and Garuda has been taking flight with Gurudev's blessings. So the book is available at garudabooks.com. Get it for yourself and send it to everybody for Diwali. Let me start a new conquest of the of the old histories, the old is left behind, and the new history will emerge, and people will be able to tell our own stories. So, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Guruji, would you like to say a few words about
yeah,
Indian
yeah,
history?
yeah. I'm going to say that. Yeah. Francois, congratulations to you and to India for you bringing up this entirely new history book of India. You know, I know you from so many years, several decades now. You have such a passion. You see, Indian history and Indian culture has always been appreciated by people from Europe, especially Max Muller, who came and rediscovered Vedas here, and then the mother from France, who came and settled in Aurobindo ashram, and she was a great inspiration. Even today, people in this country revere, when we have this idea, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we are all part of one big family, grand family. So you are not a foreigner to this land. In fact, you are more Indian than Indian, because you have such a passion for the country, for its wisdom, for its traditions. And you see the good things and the bad things, both that is happening here. I know it's always nice to have a different perspective for history than what the so-called academicians have given. You know, there are contradicting views, contradicting ideas, and after a while, it all changes. For example, about Ayodhya, people said this Ayodhya is just a makeup of some RSS people and VHP people, and there is no historicity. But later on, when a gentleman went from here and searched the documents in UK and in US and all the libraries around the world and found out all the documents, and he came up and said, yes, look, here are the historical evidence of Ayodhya. Then everybody has started accepting it. So you have presented a wonderful perspective, and you have this talent of writing things and in concise. If someone has to read the history of India, it may go into volumes, but even you have done it in very concise manner for layman to understand. But I think you have to do more. You should put it volume number 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go on with your new idea, new perspective. I'm sure these sort of new history of India will help uh, people to get a different context from where they are coming. Otherwise, there is a tendency, especially among the communists, to downplay our ancient traditions. They always try to demean their heritage and give a glorious a atheist perspective of future, which has miserably failed. This country has roots in spirituality from ages, and this particular angle of seeing things as they are, without bias, without prejudice, without any sort of, uh, you know, um,
Bias,
prejudice
hostility.
about what it is. So this is something that has to bring. These sort of books should go into the school curriculum. Children should read them and they feel proud. You cannot create an Atmanirbhar or self-reliant Bharat, India, if you don't respect your roots. If you are proud of your roots, you are able to, blossom very well. You have confidence, you have creativity, you have broader thinking. So a broader perspective of life comes when we honor our past and we are hopeful of the future. And I'm sure you are bringing up these two factors. As a Frenchman loves the fine things. Fineness is the nature of Frenchman and French women also. I should not offend because women are more into culture. So from that perspective of fineness, keenness of observation, the ancient Indian history, I'm sure will ring a bell in the hearts and minds of people. So you are constantly doing this work. You also did the painting exhibition of Ahalya Bai, who has been forgotten in this country. And you did one on Darashiko. Darashiko name also has been forgotten almost. So you have this um, zeal and enthusiasm to bring to light the less known facts of the country. You also did an exhibition, I remember I inaugurated on the Sikh Gurus. The 10 Sikh Gurus and their sacrifice was an unbelievable exhibition that you created in Gurdwara Bangla Sahib in New Delhi. So I wish you keep doing such things and keep enlightening our younger generation and also the older generation. So let people visit your museums and your artwork and read your books. And I wish them all the best. Wonderful, Francois. And I know it won't be complete unless I say a few words about Namrita also, who is actually actually who is your driving force, and she's really your boss and a big support to you. And Namrita is such a fine lady. She has also the same passion, and she is such a big support for you and you to her. And I wish both of you to continue on this path. And moreover, on the spiritual journey that you have undertaken, I wish you all the success.
And to teach your courses, Guruji, to teach your courses.